Petty
Not JC
motherfucker.
though. It was some fucking safety blending in with the emblem.
Are we liggity? Are we liggity? Are we liggity? Are we
Yeah.
liggity? Are we liggity?
Dick Vitale cancer gone. That's what's up. I was going through looking at the teams who got the like highest overalls and looking at high overall higher players and like high morale jumps. And when I stopped, when I got off, that's because somebody was saying something to you about that shit. And
We live like a motherfucker.
Seahawks got the most 99s.
I'm second though, right? You talking about true 99s?
6, 7. Um, both. Just that first screen, right? And you know how we say got some high overalls,
Yeah.
high morales.
Mm-hmm.
Like he got some +5s, +6s. You know what I mean? So
He undefeated again, ain't
yeah, but he got the most 99 stuffs. Period. But one thing different about your team now, though, that I did notice, you still actually have a lot of Raven players,
he? Mm-hmm.
a lot of original players. So like, the motherfucker's supposed to be a 99.
Mm-hmm. That's
Like
something
it's some
different.
people that got, it's some yeah you don't normally got, you know what I mean, keep them same players. Like there's some people that got that players ain't moved. Like it's like damn, what you been doing with them guys all this time? Like
But then they think
dogs.
because theirs ain't moving and niggas is shit is that, it's either packages or niggas just upgrading players their sales type shit, you know what I mean? Instead of just not realizing you can follow the build. You can literally follow the build, live or no live. You can follow the build. You can see, you know what I mean? You can see the build. You can see gifts, you can see the packages, and you can see the real builds. You can follow that shit. 90%, I would say 80% of the rookie class come out is coming out 80s low, like at the least 77s to 80s, like niggas, yeah, 78, 77s type shit like that. The highest is like an 86. So anybody that now the difference is if you get an 80 or higher on the ability, superstar or above, like that's a win, super win. But even them star 80s is fucking retarded if you take a look at them. And then you can see who's using their actual rookies, who's doing shit with them because they actually build faster than the regular players. You know that, I know that.
Hey, look, because one thing about it, when we got them vets, we always gonna have some rookies out there balling too.
Hmm.
Oh my gosh. And then now with all the ways the game drop extra breakouts and stuff, like, I mean, like,
The game itself is giving guys ways to build through their coaching trees, through the mini scheme games or whatever that shit called, the mini practices.
hmm so like, just think about it. If you can't, so like, it's different ways to build your team. You can't build your team through the coaching trees, or through like you say, the mini scheme practice or the preseason training and shit, or just development of your players. Then like,
What
wow,
are you
you
doing?
really talking about, yeah, dog. Like, man, I was going through looking. Say that. That being said, I was going through looking at some teams. Sheesh, man.
What are you doing?
The
Know what I mean?
Seahawks is kind of retarded though. Hey yo,
That's the best team on the game. Through his
yeah,
win, like you gotta think about it, bro. To lose one game in the regular season over 3 years, you don't think that team getting built that way through that
hey yo,
alone? Fucking crazy.
right. Just think all the messages that he getting from just all
Right.
them wins,
All
like
them hot opponent games, he beating niggas. Remember that year I had that hot opponent? Like back, I had 6 of them back to back to back to back. My team was fucking retarded going into the playoffs.
just think about that. He literally over there doing whatever he want to do, building whoever he want to
Yeah,
build, training whoever he want to train. Like, and then he done played through enough playoff games to where
yep.
he damn near done played a whole extra season,
hmm
a playoff. So that's damn near a whole extra season of training,
I would say
XP,
more. I
everything.
would say more like
A
a half
half
a
a
season.
season.
Yeah, because he
Well,
you get in the first place bye area, so you take that game away. He playing 3 games if you get to a bowl.
right. So just look at all the extra shit from like the motherfuckers that mm, mm, mm. if you're doing stuff right, playoff team
But you can
builder.
see it. Look, if you look at top performers list right now on the screen that while we broadcasting, if you look at every name on that motherfucking drawing, you'll see a build. You'll see the build on those players. Go look at Reggie Moss. Go look at Kai Fo. I mean Justin Jefferson. But look at those guys. Then go look at Tyree. Look at Will McDonald, not Makai Parsons because he's already a built player. But look at Marino. Look at Brock Purdy. Look at Herbert. You look at those guys, you can see it. Even in them being top performers, their top performer list. You go down. You look at the DBs. And everybody that got guys on this list in the top 3, those guys are building. They got. I can promise you, they high 80s or above, or mid 80s and above. Rookie or no rookie.
Hmm.
That's how you want to do it, though.
I mean, we that's one of the reasons why we often talk about them top 10 diaper dandies. Maybe I need to, when we do that at the end, need to go. I need to go look at them stats for the first couple at least, pull their stats up. Builders out there.
I mean, you pay attention to it when this guy, while he's tanking, he been tanking for 3 straight seasons. Look at the receiver Kai Fo. I can guarantee you he got 118 catches, bro. Like this nigga probably look like motherfucking a 90 plus already. And that was the receiver Biggers. That was his shell. He was like an 86 coming out, 85.
And then not for nothing, he don't build the same receiver the same for consecutive years yet. Yo, so mm, guess it's understandable. Joe Burns only went to a star last year at the 1612. Mm.
But that's torture alone though. You spend all that on him and then he don't even go up.
Cal got almost 2,000 yards, 14 touchdowns, 118 catches.
But not for nothing, he changed. What was the other receiver you just talked about? The one you said only was a star.
Burns.
Yeah, he shit it with him last year, but he changed his shell too.
Mm.
Books.
Welcome to the late night show. We start off right away. I'm looking at the NFL receiving leaderboard and got Reggie Moss sitting at the top of the list at 77 catches, 2,076 yards for 26 touchdowns. Young rookie
Yeesh.
Kai Fo, 118 catches, 1946 and 14 touchdowns. Justin Jefferson is showed back up with 92 catches, 1868, 11 touchdowns right now. That's your receiver leaderboard right now. Let's start right there though, Snake. And let's talk about these 2 guys right now, man. I mean, you go right to the rookie class and you look at the rookie receivers. And not only are these guys top rookies, right? They are top receivers this season right now. Their production is very, very legit. Now, see, I haven't really saw a Kai full game live yet, so I don't know what type of receiver he is. But what I do know is the system that he's going to be in and what type of routes he's going to run. And when you got a guy that comes out 97 speed, 97 excel, and you sending him as your number one target for the most part, and he coming across them fields on them crosses and all them shits, he motherfucking is a crossing out shorty. But that's the system as well. When you take a look at Reggie Moss, he forced him not only like you got a rookie that's absolute your number one receiver, like that's Justin Jefferson, that's Jamar Chase, like Reggie Moss in that Dolphins game. I thought for sure, I know Stephon Diggs probably is not ability up anymore, but who he is as a receiver will get you a lot of good possession catches. Would you agree with me?
Yeah.
And we watched him play the Dolphins, and if for as many times as Reggie Moss got the ball knocked out or didn't make the play, he still was his go-to guy, and he still made hella plays that entire game. In fact, you can say he put him in position to win that ball game. And I think that's the difference when you're looking at young rookie receivers. A guy that comes into the system while Diggs is aging, he comes in and becomes their number one receiver, and the stats alone is proving that. So how do you feel about that in Buffalo with Reggie Moss with 77 catches, 2,000 yards, 26 touchdowns? He's their guy right now, and he's having a better season than every receiver on the board outside of Jackson Smith-Njigba. What he brought to the table for Josh Allen, and you could almost say he rebirthed Josh Allen somewhat.
Yeah, he kind of did help resurrect Josh Allen's career in Buffalo because he was on his way out the door. Fans were starting to boom, bring the brown paper bags out, everything over there. He kind of brought him. He kind of back. It's kind of like the new Bills about now.
Mm-hmm. And they got a guy in the backfield that could take some pressure off of Josh Allen throwing the ball 90 times a game, which helps that offense tremendously, especially when James Cook is gone. Like when James Cook is gone for that team, they have a really solid offense over there.
Yeah, and as much as James Cook is used in the passing game, definitely gives them another weapon out there. Josh Allen, another weapon out there. We've seen the development of Kincaid also. So one thing that's these two wide receivers, a different build. That these guys having successful with two totally different type of wide receiver, 6'6", as opposed to a 5'11", and they doing it.
The question is this though: Reggie Moss to me will be a name that will be here to stay. Will we see the same thing with Kai Fo?
I mean, I think we kind of have to, right? That we expecting that now.
Mm-hmm.
He just he named him himself, right?
Yeah. The Chicago slang.
Man, but shout out to them young gunners.
We'll take a look at some of the news right now. Terrell Wilkins holds the season record for touchdown throws at Washington. Only question is how high he'll go in the draft. Are they talking about a quarterback that we need to talk about? Ready height. Peyton Samuel wins Best College Center of 2025. Sure to be a hot commodity among NFL teams looking for interior line help. Peyton Samuels caps off a stellar season at California by being named Best Center. That's big time. German wins award for college best guard. Ole Miss right guard Dante German dominated inside the trenches and was rewarded for his stellar play by being voted as the nation's best guard. Just the top three right there alone is giving guys draft insight right now. And there's not a team in this league that can't use a lineman, whether it's a tackle, guard, or center. All right, blowout win for visiting Ravens, 63-35. This game the score might say something different, but this wasn't a blowout game for a Bengals team that's kind of limping through this season right now, right? Like they are, let's call it this. They're not a healthy football team. They got off to a terrible start due to injuries. And they're starting to come on late though, and they're getting good play out of a lot of young talent, right? Like I think in that game tonight, they found themselves a tight end in that ball game, right? And it shows you that if you get yourself a good tight end, and most guys stare away from these guys because they don't got blazing speed, they don't want them. But we looked at a guy with 82 speed, 84 acceleration type shit, go out there and get 10 catches for 174 yards on the Ravens tonight. And they did a really good job getting that guy open. And I think they've been looking for a tight end since season one. And I still think they will attack tight end in the draft, but like they got a guy that they can feel a little comfortable with right now, given that kid over there with the gun, the LSU demon, giving him another weapon.
Yeah.
All right. And a big day for the 49ers. Brock Purdy had no problems handling the Titans defense, throwing for 5 touchdowns. I could see the line growing to hire the 49ers OC after commanding such a high-octane offense. Watch the 49ers plenty this year, and it's clear to see their system is genius. Hire the OC. Like they trying to get that coach out of here. What's up? Who's the OC in California right now? 49ers land that they keep talking about.
Uh-oh.
And one thing you don't want to do is lose a coach. 5,000 passing yards in a season is hard enough to do. The 49ers have made it look effortless. With all that being said, Snake, I'll ask you this. With all that being said, and they talking about the Niners right now and the passing game and Brock Purdy, is he their guy?
I guess he's playing to find out right now, huh?
Yeah, I definitely believe that. The Rams jumped on Herbert's back as he came through connecting with his receivers for 522 yards. That's scary. Because Herbert over there, quiet as kept over there, balling right now, and he's on top of the MVP conversation right now, and nobody's talking about him.
Man, we expected that. This is the Herbert vengeance year.
Mm-hmm.
He's the scariest team over there right now.
The Buccaneers were very kind hosts this week in Tampa Bay, where they visited the Vikings, came in and cruised to an easy 75-30 win over there. I think Tampa Bay is in a rehaul build mode over there. Me personally, though, do you think this team can do it through the draft, or do you think they need to go get some big names?
I think they need to entertain every phone call, every email, every move to bring talent in there in that organization. They need to entertain all moves. At least you know what I mean. Open the book and read it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sheesh.
They do got a superstar in their backfield, though, in Sean Tucker.
Yes, sir. Got a solid left tackle on Tristan Wirfs.
You know who else is the upcoming star in this league?
Who comes to mind?
Detroit Lions quarterback. He's an up and coming star in this league, bro. Remember, he was the only quarterback in the 2024 draft that got drafted by the Jaguars and traded it before training camp even opened up.
He pulled a Eli Manning. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Said, I don't want to play for these
I'm
Jags.
not playing in Jacksonville
At all.
Force his way to
But
So
they got themselves a dual threat quarterback over there, and like if you play around in that system and pay attention to what's going on over there in Detroit, right? And they come into your stadium and play your team, you gonna have to pay attention to what they doing system wise, right? Like, and a lot of it, we call them they're a run heavy team, right? And it's a lot of line up and just play power football with stretches, and then they let that speed run by your secondary when you got to stop the run, and it's a scheme that's been working for him. But he expanded that scheme with his dual threat quarterback, and he does a lot of stuff that you know uh has the quarterback involved in the run game. So he goes from phase one, and that's run heavy, to phase two, make the DBs come up while we running heavy and put 8 and 9 in the box, and then we go up top with speed, and then they spreading you out, no homo, and they actually letting that quarterback get busy in the run game as well. So I think they opened up another part of something they trying to do offensively, and I think the more they focus on that and the more they can get into that, is over with. Yeah, you bet. Yeah, boy, we about to be different when that thing come out. I ain't even talking about that yet. I don't need nobody stealing my ideas and what I'm gonna be doing. Just know the origin of Madden franchise junkies started with college football. Real draft, all that shit came from college football. Anyway, all right, let's get into the league standings and things like that. Let's go to schedule first, and let's talk playoff talk right now. All right, so it's a familiar face sitting at the number one seed in the NFC, and that's the Seattle Seahawks. For the third straight year, this team is going into the playoffs as the number one seed, the number one team in the league, and not for nothing, they're at it again with being undefeated. Right now, they're making the Miami Dolphins consider them right now. Are we going to better pop our champagne, or is our you know undefeated season since '72 over with this year? And if you the Seahawks, you're having that same conversation with yourself. I'm gonna stay quiet. Whatever happens in the regular season happens. We know our season starting the postseason. But on the AFC side, though, we got a young football team that's way ahead of schedule right now with 2 losses on the year. The AFC fucking retarded right now. How many fucking teams are like within each other right now? The fucking AFC is playing good football and is showing its dominance in the league right now, as far as how the teams are. A lot more teams evenly skilled in the AFC, as far as coaching wise, than the NFC at this point right now. But the Raiders, they're the number one seed right now with week 15, 16. I mean, what we at 16 right now? Week 16, 17, and 18 left.
yep.
hmm Now they don't have a cakewalk schedule to finish it off with, but this team, they have the destiny of theirs in their own hand right now, with them being the number one seed right now. All right, so you got the Chicago Bears at 2 with the Baltimore Ravens at 2 in the AFC and NFC side of things right now. The Bears is a really good football. They have a really good football team. I'm sorry, they got a really good offense over there. Quiet has kept their defense has been top 10 this year as well. Um, and I think one of the things that helped that defense out this year was the addition of Max Crosby. Gave them a guy that's the best at his position, and he's done it for the Bengals, and now he's doing it for the Bears.
Yeah.
Baltimore. All right, we know this team has been.
But I already know how you roll, folk. Shit bout to be ignorant.
Yes, sir. You already know. I hope you coming back when that bitch drop. Let's go. All right, so Baltimore is talking to John Harbaugh about his 2025 football team. You spoke on it when the show started, how they still got a lot of regular Baltimore players still around on this roster, which is a good thing for this team. but surrounding that is nothing but rookie and first year talent. And
Should I sell my
Harbaugh has
family
said
now?
this has been one of his hardest coaching jobs. They're going to get their money worth out of him this year because it's always hard having rookies play to a high level, right? And you got to have these guys play to a high level, and they got to better get to a regular season and the playoffs, right? And you got some veterans that don't have time to waste. They don't have another year. All right, next year we'll get them when these guys grow up. They need those guys to grow up right now. They're a really good football team, right? But then when you start looking at team stats and numbers and like that, they do a lot of good things and they got a lot of bad numbers. A lot of it's deceiving though, right? Defensively, they're one of the bottom teams when it come down to defending the pass. And when you think about what this team looks like, they have a player in Ed Reed who's a tweener that can play safety or a corner for them, who's their veteran DB, right? Or Kyle Hamilton's at safety, their veteran DB. Kyle Hamilton's been in the league for 3 years. Ed Reed's been in the league for 1 year. This will be his second season right now. Surrounding that, in that secondary, is all rookies. Roquan Smith is now at middle linebacker with a rookie and Ray Lewis the second. But up front, they got good talent, veteran talent up there where they only planned one rookie this year and two first year players that's seeing some playing at time action. But their strength is their D line. And offensively, we heard Zay Flowers wasn't happy with his production. But I think the Ravens are trying to figure out who's going to be their number one receiver. And I think they needed to have that been figured out by mid season. They haven't really figured it out right now. But with that being said, their best offensive player, carries has went down, and Notch Israel, he has went down tremendously because they have so much talent in that backfield. With AI in the backfield and NI in the backfield and LJ in the backfield, sharing the carries right now. But I think, with Harbaugh talking, they got to get back to their identity on offense. Lamar's been playing a lot better. Got himself up to 70% completion percentage right now. He's playing a little better football right now, but you got a bunch of, seasoned players playing with a whole bunch of young players, and they're trying to figure things out. And hopefully they can get it figured out before the season's over with. Kansas City snuck into the 7th seed, beating the Broncos, knocking them out of the 7th seed, or knocking them out of the 6th seed. And the Chiefs at 4 losses on the year right now, and 10 wins. How do you feel about Mahomes?
Mahomes just a cat. He just got to get there. I mean, he's just trying to make it to the second season.
Yes, sir.
Playoff.
Yes, sir. And when we look at the standings and things like that, you'll see how close everything is over here. All right, the Green Bay Packers snuck their way back into the 7th seed after a horrendous start. They starting to turn it around, right? They've been winning ball games until they met the AFC North over the last couple of weeks, where they had to play the Baltimore Ravens. They actually played a really good game against the Ravens, and they lost a 10-point game against the Browns. Both teams were hot football teams at the time too. So, but the Packers, man, and they're doing it with a young quarterback in Drew Rings over there. They got a really good young rookie running back over there that's putting in work for this team. Their tight end does a really good job for this offense over here. I like the Green Bay Packers. I think they're doing a great job because they brought in a diaper dandy at the quarterback position to go along with that offensive talent they already had, and they're starting to figure things out over there. So I like this football team as well. The 3 and 6 seeds. The Jets are 3. Is the Jets the hottest team in the AFC right now? In fact, is the 3 and 6 teams are the two hottest teams in the AFC right now? Jets and the Browns.
Dolphins, maybe.
We know the Texans is on a nice little win streak right now. And the last time I checked, they won 4 straight. Texans they're at 4 and 5.
4-5. Okay, 4-5. I'm tripping. The Texans kind of on a little win streak, a nice
Hmm
4-game win streak. Let's see. Browns and the Jets had a big game the other day. Um, yeah, I mean,
And
definitely seen from a
that was the cool down game. I think the Browns was on a hot streak. The Browns started off hot, took
yeah.
that fair sim, and then they kind of got off track a little bit, and then they turned it right back around and went on a nice little streak where they beat the Ravens, uh, f- uh, and they started winning some ball games. They beat the bricks off the Bears, and then they kind
They
of got
beat
their
the
ass
they
whipped.
beat the Bengals.
They beat the shit out the Bears. Fucked up my parlay.
Hey
Hmm
yo, hey yo.
Yeah, they
Fuck. Fucked up the parlay, man.
Dang. Na
Yeah,
na
man.
na na na.
But before they lost to the Jets, they went on a major streak where they beat the brakes off the Bears. They took the top off the Steelers. They beat the Bengals. They beat the Ravens.
Damn. Oh, that's right. The flat tire game.
I don't want to hear that shit. Nigga
64 to
dot
7.
com. Nigga
Good
dot com.
lord.
Basketball numbers. Fuck.
Yo.
I ain't never fuck up the parlay. That's all I'm gonna say.
The Bears probably
Oh,
didn't even realize not even just a flat tire. He was playing a net game too. I was trying to get this nigga to pause our game the entire time we was playing.
hey, yo.
How do I get that shit? How do I? But to me, the Jets, I think they're one. I think they're one loss that they would like to have back. Two losses that you go back in the season and talk about. Um, they lost. Let's look. They lost
Bills.
to the Ravens. They lost to the Bills. They lost to the Saints. I think both the Ravens, Bills, and Saints game are all games they would like to have back. We know they beat the Ravens in the divisional round last
That's
year,
right.
so we know what type of
Yeah,
game that
can't
could
have
be.
Fields.
But the Jets have been hot right now, man. I think the only reason why they're sitting in the third seed right now is because they do have that loss against the Ravens.
And he got the Patriots, Jags, and Commanders.
That's a hot team because the Ravens still got the Bills, Texans, and Raiders still left on their schedule coming down the stretch. This is huge.
Yeah,
It's a lot of huge
and
games,
hey, Dolphins and the Browns play this week.
and the Bills and the Ravens play this week.
Yeah,
That AFC
yeah.
boy, that shit sticky over here, boy. That shit real sticky over here. Then you
And he
looking
got the
at
Steelers and Cowboys.
mm-mm-mm. Who got the Steelers and Cowboys?
Hoodie. He got the
Mm-mm-mm.
Browns, Steelers, and Cowboys. It's him. It's him. It's him. It's him and Uncle play.
Unc ain't call. Unc will not answer a motherfucking DM for that game, guaranteed. 3 versus 6
Yeah.
NFC side, Saints 49ers. I don't really know how what the Saints are this year, right? You got I think the Falcons being in tank mode right now kind of killed a little bit of their vibe a little bit in my sense because it's like what do they really have to measure up against? They are the third seed though.
I
Um
know Zach Wilson got paid last year. Da-na-na, da-na-na.
yes
Zach
he
Wilson
did.
for sure got paid. Young nigga get paid. Young nigga get paid.
Hey, he been in the club popping bottles.
Out in New Orleans wildin'.
That nigga Johnny
Oh
Manziel
shit.
too.
Oh God. Heard he
The
bought the whole
funniest part
12
is
bottles.
the funniest part is a couple weeks before he got that check, this nigga was on the block. Like,
That nigga smoke weed, throw beads, and take E's.
Yeah.
When Saturday and Sunday is over with, Monday, Tuesday on his day off, that nigga at Mardi Gras.
New Orleans be lit every fucking weekend. That nigga's definitely outside. For
And
sure,
then
for
you
sure.
got the very hot fifth seed Rams, and then the question mark of the Washington Commanders, because we still don't know who they are. And they're doing it with a diaper dandy as well. So when you take a look at the entire playoff board, on the NFC side, you got two rookie quarterbacks that's holding shit down for the NFC side right now. And then the AFC side, you got a rookie quarterback in Dan Marino Jr., who is lights out. We got to see him up close and personal in the game of the week, and it was probably one of the best like quarterback play I've seen in a long time, man. Um, they're doing a good job at the quarterback position in New York right now. They got their guy. Their old guy has his team in the playoffs as well, so he pretty much hit his middle finger up to the Jets and said, "Fuck you." And I came back to New York and beat y'all bitch ass niggas. Fuck y'all for trading me. Thank y'all for trading me because you put me in a big time party town where I could do whatever the fuck I want to do,
Well, I'm the man.
and I'm the
I'm the
man.
man. My Johnny Manziel shit for real.
But besides the Seahawks, who's the hot teams in the NFC right now? Is it the Bears? Is it the Packers? Is it the Saints? Is it the Niners? Is it the Commanders? Is it the Rams?
I gotta go Rams.
I gotta go Rams as well.
Yeah, the Rams it's on their retribution tour.
Yeah.
Like
Niggas is whooping asses and taking names.
Yeah, they felt slighted last year. I'm talking about the
on a
last time we checked the news.
5-game win streak.
Last time we checked the news, fucking Herbert threw for 522 yards. Like, and they not doing it with super big names at the receiver position. Like they just stay within their scheme, their system, and they evolve every time they play. That's a fucking scary football team over there. How's life without Aaron Donald though? Because even normal Aaron Donald made the Pro Bowl for the Rams last year. Now he's no longer on their roster. Somehow found his way in Cincinnati. Ask me how everybody in the world let that happen. But who's the new guys over there? I know Tooley stepped up on the edge for them. They do got a diaper dandy and a D tackle. But what makes this Ram team hot right now? Is it the team or the coaches? Or is it Herbert?
It's Herbert. That nigga's wildin'.
Sounds impressive.
He's just definitely on point, taking charge of the team.
Is it safe to say the playoff tree in the last 3 weeks for the AFC side is guaranteed to change?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Guaranteed to change.
Those 3 teams from that NFC, the NFC West, they all got Z's or X's by their name.
They done locked shit down already.
That's it. Them the only teams in the league, and all 3 of them got it. Teams in the league, they got that shit. That's crazy.
They not playing right now. They saying kiss my ass. They taking names. AFC, and then guys saying the NFC West ain't the best division we have right now. Okay. Talk to me later about that.
Saints got a while by their jump.
All right. Let's take a look and see as a team who's doing what. When it comes down to offense and total yards gained, let's take a look at what's going on right now. The Rams with 8,444 total yards gained, number 1 in the league. 49ers is number 2. Vikings is number 3. Raiders is number 4. Lions is number 5. When it comes down to total offensive yards gained, the Rams is at 1, 6,892. Seahawks at 2. Niners at 3. Now that's the NFC West right there offensively. Jets are sitting at 4. Browns are at 5. Passing yards, you're looking at the Rams, Niners, Jets, Seahawks, and Browns. I mean, should we be talking a little bit more about DTR over there in Cleveland?
Might have to.
Because it's comfortable to go to sleep knowing you got your franchise quarterback. Rushing yards in the league, the Titans are leading all teams with 2,327 rushing yards. Ravens are number 2 with 2,182. Chiefs are number 3, 2,135. Broncos at 4, and Browns are at 5. The Browns are top 5 offense right now, all the way across the board. Looking at points per game, 49ers lead the league with 48. Right behind them is the Seahawks with 47. Right behind them are the Rams with 46. Then it's the Jets in 4th place. Raiders are on 5 with 41-4. Passing touchdowns. Seahawks 63, Jets 62. Rams 59, Niners 57. Lions round off your top five with the Bills tied with 47 apiece. Rushing touchdowns on the ground. You're looking at the Browns with 32 rushing touchdowns. Ravens with 31 rushing touchdowns. Chiefs 29. Didn't he say something about the passing? Nobody passed or something like that? Ain't he over here doing a whole lot of leading in the run attack or
Yeah,
something over there?
trying to keep
Confused.
Nick Chubb.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. I would be doing the same thing. All right, Chiefs at 3, Raiders at 4, and we got a three-way tie at 5 with the Niners, Lions, Bengals. First downs, Bears with 314 first downs. I could see that. That's how their offense move. Browns 303, Ravens 300, tied with the Rams third 300, Seahawks 294, Broncos 293. Every category that we went through offensively, the Browns were in the top 5. Am I correct there?
No, for sure.
Nope. Total yards, they're not. But total offensive yards, they're top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Passing yards, they're top 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rushing yards, they're top 5. They're actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they've been 5th in everything. Points scored. They're not there for points scored. They're top 10, but they're not there for points scored. So they're out of that. That keeps them still at top 5. Passing touchdowns, they're top. Nope. Not there, but rushing touchdowns, they're back at 1. So that keeps them at 5. First downs, they're at number 2. Yep. That keeps them somewhere around 4 and 5 offensively. Defensive side of things. All right. Total yards allowed. The Vikings have given up the most yards in the league, 6,252. Jaguars are second. Bengals are third. Panthers are fourth. Falcons are fifth. Now, Bengals in tank mode. Falcons in tank mode. Jags been in tank mode since the league started. And the Vikings is kind of there playing his games now, so gotta cut them some slack. Now they're the teams that's giving up a lot of shit right now. And again, I brought up the tank mode teams because they wouldn't be in this top 5 if they was playing their games and they didn't have reasons to actually tank. Unlike this Jaguars team right here that's still been tanking since the league started, which is mind-boggling to me. It's about 15 niggas that love a team right now. But that's who's not giving up anything. Seahawks at 1, Browns at 2, Raiders at 3, Cowboys at 4, Jets at 5.
Damn, the Browns up that bitch too, huh?
Yeah, the Browns ball. I remember when they played the Bears that week, they were top 5 defense.
Oh shit.
All right, passing yards allowed. The Browns ain't giving up shit in the passing yard with their motherfucking 5-25 scheme. 27-55. They balling in the passing game right now. Raiders, Cowboys, Chiefs, Seahawks top 5. Rushing yards allowed. The most in the league is the Jaguars. Let's go back. Ravens gave up 52. Titans are second. Seahawks are third. Now, when you look at the defensive side of things, and even offensively, I kind of didn't shed light on the Seahawks being in a lot of those categories. But defensively, they're showing that they're top 5 defense right now. Bears are at 4 and Jets are at 5 when it comes down to stopping and run. Ravens, Titans, Seahawks, Bears, Jets. Points allowed. Seahawks 250, Raiders 254, and you can see why they are number 1 seed on both sides right now. Chiefs with 299 and third, Jets 4, tied with the 49ers at 4, Dolphins at 5, all alone 338. Most sacks on the year. Bills with 54. They be sending it. Saints with 49. Jets 45. Dolphins 42. Raiders, Chargers, Cardinals tied for 5. Fumble recoveries. 10 for the Dolphins this year. Lions with 8. 6 from the Jets. 6 from the Cardinals. 6 from the Seahawks. Bills with 5. Not going all the way down all them damn 5s. INTs on the year. Raiders 49, 40 for the Niners, 39 for the Patriots and the Saints. Browns 38, tied 38. Jets and Texans. And then the Bills Packers tied at 37.
Man.
Get them turnovers, kid. Get them turnovers.
Niggas in my division give me 35 carries.
Right, boy. All right, Justin Herbert leads the league with 6,119 yards passing right now, and he's doing it at 70% clip, 437 yards a game. Brock Purdy, 5,804, 5,804. Number two, Diaper Dandy Dan Marino with 5,235, 62 touchdown passes. Trevor Lawrence, 51,863, and 62 touchdown passes. Trevor, 71%. Marino, 66%. Purdy, 66%. Justin Herbert, 70%. And there's the Bull Dorian Thompson Robinson, 4,531, 33 touchdowns, 27 INTs, 69% on the year right now. And Ray Will, that's your top five. One, two, three, four. DT was your top five. All right, your touchdown passers, 63 for Brock, Marino, and Lawrence tied with 62. Herbert with 59. And then you got Ray Will and Allen tied with 47. And then Bulldog Reynolds, 41 touchdowns. Rounds your top five off. All right, who throwing the most picks?
Oh shit.
Colin Bolden for the Giants with 59. Cole Brandt, 57 for the Chargers. Bryce Young, 53. Will Levis, 52. AR-15, 41.
Dang, Levis got a job somewhere. Shit.
Yards per game, 437. Purdy with 387. Marino with 374. Trevor Lawrence with 369. Dorian Thompson Robinson with 324. Ray Wills with 311. All right, let's look at the rushing category. Guys that are running their fucking tire. These niggas is running their running backs to their feet stink. Oh my God. This would it look like they run your running back until his feet stink. Javonte Williams, 324 carries. Jake Dobbins, 302. And then there's a drop off between those two. His feet rocking. Him and Dobbins, both their feet. Dobbins look like his feet stink. Oh my God. All right. Rushing yards right now. No 2,000-yard backs with 3 games left, but they're close to it. That's J.K. Dobbins, 1897. At 2, 1847. Javonte Williams. Tajay Spears, up and coming, 1832. A-Chain with 1581. Chase Brown, 1460. Tied with Kenneth Walker, 1460. Rushing touchdowns. Nick Chubb with 22. J.K. with 20. Anthony Sanders for the Raiders with 20 touchdowns. Tied for 2. Javonte Williams, 19. Todd Spears, 19. Chase Brown, 19. Kenneth Walker, 19. Dwayne Rice, 19. And then there's A-Chain. Rushing yards per game. J.K. Dobbins averaging 136 yards a game. Javonte Williams is averaging 132 yards a game. Tajay Spears is averaging 131 yards a game. Then it's A-Chain with 113. Chase Brown with 104. Kenneth Walker with 104. There's something about these two guys. Their numbers been even Steven. 1460. 1460. Average per carry. 6.2 for Chase. 6.8 for Walker. 19 touchdowns apiece. Both of them, and they both averaging 104.3 yards a game. Chase fumbled 3 times. Kenneth Walker fumbled twice. Chase has 56 broken tackles. Kenneth Walker has 25. As far as broken tackles, Nick Chubb was 65. B. John Robinson, 60. Chase Brown, 56. Brandon Murray, 55. Javonte Williams, 54. Kendra Miller, 51. In the receiving department right now, nobody's catching the ball more than Kai Foe, 118. 94 for Amon St. Brown. 92 for Justin Jefferson. 85 for Johnny Andrews and Trey Palmer. Both got 85. Jamar Chase with 84 catches. Jackson Smith-Jigba with 82. Young Diaper Dandy Andrew Rolfe, 81. And Paris Campbell, 81 catches. All right, your yards, guys. Reggie Moss has touched the 2,000-yard mark. Kai Fo is right behind him with 1946. Justin Jefferson, 1868. Noah Fent at tight end with 1439. Davis Allen at tight end with 1435. Top two tight ends. Number 3 is Mandrews. P. Dot, 1421.
Mm.
Jarrett Wilson. Jackson Smith, Nick Jigba. Got a lot of. I'm not gonna go through all the 1,300. All the 1,000-yard receivers because we have a whole lot of them. But guys are balling right now, especially the guys that got multiple guys up here. Yards per game as a receiver: Reggie Moss 148, Kai Fo 139, Justin Jefferson 133, Noah Fant 103, and then you're looking at Davis Allen with 103.
Resurgence of Justin Jefferson.
Gabe Davis 101. That's nice. Nice touchdowns. 27 for Jackson Smith-Njigba, 26 for young Reggie Moss, Diaper Dandy. Cousin Pooh P. Dot Hannah, 21. Garrett Wilson, 17, 16 for Paris Campbell, and running back Brandon Murray. All right. DeMarvion Overshawn, computer love. But Devon Diablo has been top 3 every year when it comes down to tackles versus solos, assistant, and total. You got the Bobby Oriki for the Giants, 101. Tackle for losses, 40 for Tyree Wilson, 14.5 sacks. TJ Lindsey, the D tackle, with 37. Jalen Phillips at 36. Derek Johnson at 32. Emmett Smart off the edge, 31. Will McDonald, 28. You got Joey Cantu, 28. Robert Bills, 27. Michael Parsons, 27. Quinnen Williams, 26. Clark, 26. Crosby, 26. 25 for Tyndall Matabuke with 25. Bosa, 24. Russell, 22. Jonathan Allen, 21. Owe Adolphe Owe, 21. Rashad Gary, 20. That's your 20 club. So 20 or more tackle for losses. We got a whole lot of guys on this list. Sack leaders, 15.5 from Will McDonald. Tyree Wilson, both from the same draft class, 14.5. Michael Parsons, 14.5. You got Thule, 12. Isaiah Land, 11. Young Diaper Dandy Derek Johnson with 11. Tommy Jones, the rookie right outside linebacker, with 10.5. And then TJ Watt, 10. Quinnen Williams, 10. Double digits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 total guys with double-digit sacks. The INT, Isaiah Palomalo, he better not be a sub linebacker by the time we play. I know that. Max Kellen with 11. PJ Hatcher, 10. The Raiders are doing a really good job in their secondary when it comes down to picks. PJ Hatcher, the 7th rounder, he going to get a big contract when it's time. 10 from Jalen Ramsey. The old man is putting in work this year. We watched that Bills game and we told the Bills quarterback to stay away from him. And he wouldn't. He said, I don't give a fuck if it's Jalen Ramsey or not. We going up top the mouse.
He paid for it.
Yep, better stop playing with Ramsey, boy. You gonna pay for it, boy. It's still Jalen.
I ain't mad at Hoodie at all. Hoodie
Boy.
he don't give a damn about abilities. Keep him till he die.
Yes, sir.
Even if it's covering tight ends, he got a space over this mother.
And Tigers got J.C. Woods with 10 interceptions as well. Reflections. Prime time, too, 12. Jamal Adams, the old man at safety, with 12. Devon Diablo at the middle linebacker with 11. Bryce Hall with 11. Emmanuel Forbes with 10. Richie Grant, 10. Derwin James, 10. R.J. Lockridge, 10. And Trayvon Diggs, 10.
Oh, man. They robbed me.
Jamal Adams has caused 5 forced fumbles this year, 2 more than the next man up. Young diaper dandy Derek Johnson is 2. Lucas Van Ness 3. And then you got a whole bunch of 2s down there. Touchdown makers. Darren Goodwin, the speedster at safety with 3. And then a whole bunch of 2s. Shout out to Mike, though. Sidney Brown with 2. PJ Hatcher with 2. Quincy Rush, corner turned safety. Oh, all right. That was a great set. I forgot he came at 89 speed. Niggas be sliding corners at safety, don't belong there. So we're looking at touchdowns again. You got PJ Hatcher, Max Kellum, Derek Stingley Jr., Marlon Humphreys. Oh, wow. How many picks Marlon got? 7 on the year. Okay, Marlon. Channing Tyndale, Rush Yeast, Keely Ringo, Jordan Brooks, Miz Foe, Kevin Reese, the #1 corner on the board, Kyle Duggar, Hugh Bankston, Sidney Brown. Okay, Michael Ryan Edwards, the other corner. The Cardinals had a really good draft at the cornerback position. The Bills, Cardinals, and Ravens did a really good job drafting the secondary last draft. Deion Sanders, prime time, sitting at 2. Quincy Rush, Nolan Phillips, double digits. Well, 2 return touchdowns, not double digits. I apologize. All right. Let's look at weekly awards real fast. Let's start from week 1. B. John Robinson, Joe Burrow, Dante, the kid Hightower, the safety, and JT Woods. This man had 17 tackles and 2 interceptions. Niggas was throwing a ball. Trevor Lawrence, Josh Allen, Jesse Bates, and Peoples, the middle linebacker. 5 tackles, 3 interceptions, and a touchdown. Trevor Lawrence back-to-back, Najee Israel, Eric Stokes, and Cade Stearns. At 4, Herbert's on her, Reggie Moss, Dorian Williams, D. Winters. Brock Purdy, 29 for 39, 7 of them things. Keely Ringo, 6 tackles, 2 interceptions, and a touchdown. Aziz, strong safety with 10 tackles, 2 unders. Marino for the first time, 28 for 39, 6'10", 7 touchdowns. Week 6, Childs, the diaper dandy. Gardner, the safety from 1 year in, 6 tackles, 1 interception, and a touchdown. DTR, 21 for 27, 515, 5 touchdowns in the air. And he scored on the ground as well. John Lynch's son, 5 tackles, 3 interceptions, and a touchdown for the Bills. Kendre Miller, Reggie Moss up here again, 15 catches, 281 yards, 3 touchdowns. Papu, 6 tackles, 1 sack, 2 interceptions. Prime time, 5 tackles, 2 interceptions, and a touchdown. Week 8, Kenneth Walker, Dan Marino Jr. up for the second time, Max Kellum, Quinnen Williams, 9 tackles, 3 sacks, and a forced fumble recovery. Week 9, Marino's back up here again. Breece Hall, Justin Herbert's back up here again, and then young diaper dandy Derek Johnson is back up. 11 tackles, 3 sacks, and a fumble recovery out of a DN. That's fucking balling. Trey Palmer shows up, 9 catches, 205, 3 touchdowns. Vaughn Jr., outside linebacker, 7 tackles, 3 interceptions. DTR for the second time, 22 for 25. Look at that. 22 for 25, 327, 4 passing touchdowns, 5 carries, 52 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns. Bankston, 4 tackles, 3 interceptions, and a touchdown. Marino and Herbert back up there again. Ashton Davis, Buda Baker. Kai Fo, Herbert back up there. That might be Herbert's 4th time up there. Yeast is up there again. 3 tackles, 1 forced fumble, and a touchdown. All 4 tackles, 3 interceptions, and a forced fumble. Week 13, Trevor Lawrence is up there. Looks like his 3rd time. Najee Thomas, 12 tackles, 1 interception, and a touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, 25 carries, 359. Is that the new game rushing record?
359.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Is that the new game Russian record.
Gotcha.
Cam Jones, he went crazy in that same game. 5 tackles, 2 interceptions, and a touchdown. Oh shit. Okay, Chiefs. Go get it, baby. Week 14. Trevor Lawrence looked like his fourth time up there. Lamar Jackson up there for the first time. Yeah, one of them AFC teams that can't throw the ball. 19 for 20, 338. Let's say that again. 19 for 20, 338, 7 passing touchdowns. Fred Schlatt, 8 tackles, 2 sacks. Rashawn Gary, 8 tackles, 3 sacks. And Trevor Lawrence threw 9 touchdown passes in that week with 1 interception, 1 sack, 3 carries, and 22 yards. Week 15, Ray Will, 27 for 34, 517, 10 touchdowns. Max Killam had 10 tackles, 1 interception, 1 touchdown. And look at Bulldog, 19 for 29, 394. Did that on his Commanders, 6 passing touchdowns, 1 sack, 1 carry, 2 rushing yards, 1 touchdown. Goodwin, 10 tackles, 2 interceptions, 2 touchdowns to the crib. So both his 2 touchdowns were in the same game against the Falcons. Now, what we all came here for, the MVP race. Justin Herbert at 1, Trevor Lawrence, Brock Purdy, Dan Marino Jr., Ray Will, Lamar Jackson at 6. All top 6 are quarterbacks. Kenneth Walker, Reggie Moss, Javonte Williams, and Devon A-Chain. So 1 receiver, 6 quarterbacks, 2 running backs. AFC, Reggie Moss leads the AFC. Kai Fo number 2, Diaper Dandy's up there. A-Chain, Javonte Williams, and Eye Candy are your top 5. And the NFC, Kenneth Walker, Jackson Smith-Njigba, Pooh Hanna, Justin Herbert, and Justin Jefferson are your top 5. Defensive Player of the Year, Max Kellam, the safety, second-year safety. Derek Johnson, Diaper Dandy. Jordy Brooks, man in the middle. Michael Parsons, the do-it-all. And Rashis at 5, safety, playing pretty well out of Kansas State. AFC Defensive Player of the Year race, P.J. Hatchett, the 7th rounder. Tyree Wilson, Channing Tindall, Will McDonald, Isaiah Palamayo. Raiders, they gambling out there in L.A. Why they gambling? Because they got a little nigga playing sub linebacker. I'm petty. Don't do it. I already got deal with the net. Don't do it. You come out there and see that nigga at sub linebacker. I want my pick. I'm only fucking when Mike was mad as hell playing him. Like, man, I don't give a fuck if he 211. He not 215. He can't be there. All right, quit this shit. He is mad as hell. All right, Offensive Rookie of the Year. AFC, Reggie Moss, Kai Fo. Andrew Roth, the fastest man on the planet. Le'Veon Bell Jr., Dan Marino, Taylor Falk, Damian Lowell, Steve Smith Jr., Anthony Israel, and Bulldog Reynolds. NFC, Isaac Cannon, Felix Key, Sean Aldridge, the factor backer, Ali Bolden, number 1 receiver on the board, Shelton McCord, Eagles tight end, Snoop Pearson, backup running back for the Commanders, might be their number 1 running back. Amari Braxton, quarterback, Dakota Weston, Marquis Porter, running back, and then Drew Raines, quarterback. That's the top 10 offensive diaper dandies right now. You want to let's stay here for a second. Let's not just run through them. Let's stay here for a second. Let's go back to the AFC side of things. We know what Reggie Moss and Fo numbers are. Let's talk about Andrew Roth. What is he doing for the Colts this year?
Let's see.
Andrew Roth. While you looking at Andrew Roth, Max, go to Le'Veon Bell for the Steelers.
35 carries.
He got about 35 carries in 7 games. 35 apiece.
81 receptions, 1192 yards, 11 touchdowns.
Now, for the fastest man in the league, how do you like those stats? I mean, some stats.
He's averaging about 15 yards, 14.7 yards a catch. So, first year in the league, like,
doing a good job. He's doing a good job when it comes down to those young receivers. I like that. Le'Veon Bell, hit 1,000 yard back yet.
Yeah, 246 carries, 1,170 yards, 13 touchdowns, 4.8 a touch, 83.6 a game, but he got four fumbles. But upside, he's got 44 broken tackles at 208.
Mm, okay. And then Mr. Dan Marino Jr. We're looking at legacy player. We know the numbers on him. Second in the league, tied for second in the league. I think with touchdown passes.
Yeah, 5,200 35 passing yards, 5,235 passing yards. Yeah, 62 touchdowns and 29 interceptions, 66 completion percentage, with 118.3 passer rating.
Balling out a motherfucking park. Max, we need to know what young Teller Falk is doing for the Baltimore Ravens.
Uh, 54, 739, nine touchdowns, 13.7 a catch, almost half his yards a rack with
Balling.
338.
All right, the Raiders got a big body receiver over there that's putting in work for as a diaper dandy, and that's Damon Lowell. Get low, big Damon.
6'6" Shawty with 38 catches, 516 yards, averaging 13.6 a catch, 9 tutties on the year.
Gotcha. He balling. All right, young Steve Smith Jr., legacy player. What is he doing for the Bills? Maximus. Next two players, Anthony Israel for the Ravens and Bulldog Reynolds, the other diaper dandy quarterback in the AFC that's working right now for the Raiders. But we looking for Steve Smith Jr. and what numbers he got over there with Reggie Moss getting all the targets, but they got two diaper dandy receivers on here.
He got 37 catches, 494 total yards, averaging 13 a catch, point 0.4,
Okay.
9 touchdowns.
He playing for them right now. That's what's up. He's definitely a complimentary receiver for them. That's what's the Josh Allen got two young guys over there that's gonna keep him going. Okay. All right, and the backup running back for the Baltimore Ravens, Anthony Israel.
130 carries, he got 618 rushing, averaging 4.8 a carry,
I
7
was on mute this whole
touchdowns.
time.
He
I
kind
was
of
saying
getting
the same shit this
shushed.
nigga.
Got 187 receiving yards on 20 receptions, 1 touchdown, averaging 9.4 yards a catch.
Is he ready? I don't know if he's ready to take over that starting job from Naj over there yet. Bulldog Reynolds, our number two diaper dandy quarterback on this list. As we slide to the NFC side, Bulldog balling. He got his team in first place in the AFC. Two losses on the year. The ugliest quarterback in the league.
Nigga like George Foreman.
Right? That motherfucker
like
look like.
Wayne 8 Mile.
I was gonna say he looked like Big Bear off of motherfucking what's that movie where they had to save the world? They went into space and shit. They was drillers and shit. What's the name of that movie with motherfucking what's his name, man? Fucking what's his name, man? What's the guy that playing Die Hard? Bruce Willis. Remember they went in space and they had to put a nuke on a rock on an asteroid and shit. Fucking nah, Event Horizon,
Armageddon.
Armageddon.
Armageddon, yeah,
Armageddon.
Armageddon. Remember Big Bear,
Yeah,
the
yeah.
black dude, motherfucker. That's him.
That
That's what
motherfucker.
Bulldog look like. But Isaac Cannon, man, what is he doing over there for the 49ers crowd at receiver room?
Dun, 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 dun.
Talking about he on mute, nigga, tired as hell. He ready to pass the fuck
62
out.
catches.
Nah, I am on mute.
62 catches, 1,334 yards, 12 tutties,
And
averaging 21.5 a catch.
but the fact is though, You got to put him in the same conversation as those two guys from the AFC over there with Moss and Foe. Isaac Cannon balling as a rookie right now. It's big time numbers.
On a team with damn near 3,000 yard receivers. Sheesh.
Hmm.
Big
All right, running back
work
Felix
with
Key.
the job. Yeah.
We're about to talk about two back-to-back running backs: Felix Key for the Packers and Sean Aldridge, the big back for the Cardinals.
Felix Key, 200 carries for 1,029 yards, averaging 5.1 attempt, 12 touchdowns,
Mm.
three fumbles with 28 broken tackles.
And he catches the ball out of the backfield for this team.
Yeah, he 34 catches, 321 receiving yards, averaging 9.4 catch.
Mm.
Got one tutty.
He ain't bad. What about the big back? 6'3", 235 plus over there for the Cardinals right now. Cardinals got a nice. They had a hell of a draft.
Yeah, this big factor back
Big
there.
factor
One
back there.
110 carries, 497, 7 touchdowns, 3 fumbles, 27 broken tackles.
Dime.
Let me say, how do y'all feel about him being that type of back, factor back there, a bruiser back, big back like that, three fumbles and only 20 plus broken tackles? We know he's sharing time in that backfield, obviously, with those numbers.
He demanding a
Yeah,
trade.
Yeah,
Hey,
he can send him and get the house,
get a little something for him.
get the motherfucking house for that big bruising ass motherfucker. Ali Bolden, the number one receiver on the board out of Ohio State.
27 catches, 600 yards, 8 touchdowns.
Let me ask you a question. That's not bad numbers for a diaper dandy, especially in the crowded wide receiver room. For him being the number one receiver in the draft, but not the number one rookie on your team right now, is that just because you kind of got multiple receivers built his build and his skill set versus Isaac Cannon having 1,000 yards already, 12 touchdowns? Is it the difference in who they style of receivers, or he just or Ali Bolden, even though he's the number one receiver in the draft, he just not producing in your scheme yet the way the way Isaac Cannon is. Like, what's the difference between the two?
I mean, it's a big contribute to the first part. You can't teach 6'4". Um, can't teach speed either. But when you got speed and height at 6'4", it's just a certain thing you want to have on the field. And then I think it's a little bit of what you said. The other receivers, you still got a Danny Gray, um, like a Darius Tony who can kind of do a little bit of the same. Bolden is the special teams guy as well, so I think his role just isn't full time extended yet. He's kind of got a little bit of a later start. View it like a real life, like a Jackson Smith, Najigba kind of situation. Like he got a later start in Seattle in real life. Uh, but there's rookies that are just asked to do a little bit more early, like Cannon.
Yeah, because in Seattle you had Lockett, DK Metcalf, so Jackson Smith comes in and could be a great third slot receiver, and he works that triangle offense over there for the Seattle Seahawks. But Ali Bolden seems like Danny Gray, Pooh Hanna, Kadarius Tony, that they all have the same skill set in a sense. And it seems like he's just still trying to find his way as a 49er. How about McCord, the tight end for the Philadelphia Eagles?
Um, Eagles, they're right under me. Hold on. 57 catches, 750 yards, 7 touchdowns. 13.2 a catch.
That ain't bad for Mike right there, tight end right for Mike. The next two are on the Commanders roster. You got Snoop Pearson, the diaper dandy running back, and Amari Braxton, the quarterback, the much needed quarterback for the Commanders. Has this team winning their division right now and in the playoffs with two diaper dandies carrying the bulk of the load for this Commanders offense right now.
I didn't know if Snake was there or not. Hold on.
Snoop
Uh,
Pearson, 142 rushing attempts for 839 yards, averaging
Mm,
5.9 an attempt with 5 touchdowns, 25 broken tackles with 0
mm,
fumbles.
mm.
And then you got Amari Braxton, 3,530 yards, 35 touchdowns, 23 interceptions, 65 completion percentage. Pass
Not
for
bad.
252 a game. 100.
Not bad. All right, the Giants got Dakota Weston. The Eagles got running back Michael Porter. I mean Marcus Porter, Marquis Porter. I'm sorry, and then the next quarterback on this list, Drew Rings. So on both sides, AFC and NFC diaper dandies, we got two quarterbacks from the rookie class on this list, and on both sides. So we're looking at Marmari Braxton and then Drew Rings. But then you got Marquis Porter for the Eagles and Dakota Weston for the Giants.
Porter has 84 carries, 409, 10 touchdowns though,
Oh shit.
Mm.
Yeah.
averaging 4.9 a carry. He should be getting a lot more
More
touches.
cat right, but you got Brees Hall over there, so you can see
Yeah.
why.
Look that joint up, Mike, for me, bro.
What was the other player?
Dakota Watkins for the Giants.
Giants. Yeah, he right here. Uh, 46 catches, 666 yards, and 5 touchdowns at the tight end position, averaging 14.5 a catch.
All right, and our last guy we're gonna talk about was Rings, the quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. He's playing well. I like him. I got to play this guy. He definitely goes through his progressions. They don't ask him to do a lot, as far as being a gunslinger, making plays through the deep game. They do a lot of RPO play a lot, but they go through that running back and tight end in the passing game. They do a really good job. I think he'll take the next step when he gets those guys, the outside guys, right? Those speed burners they got at the receiver position. When he start getting those guys involved mid range and deep, along with them taking the top off the middle of the field with the tight end and what they do out of the backfield with the running back. I think you're gonna see way more growth from out of Drew Runs, like where he's at right now. Derek Johnson, arguably the best defensive end in the draft, and he's showing it.
Mm-mm.
6'8", super freak at the end. The Cardinals had a hell of a draft. Ron Edwards, the superstar corner they drafted, is sitting at second. You got DeMarcus Hightower, who's probably leading all rookies and INTs outside of prime time too. And then you got Quincy Rush, who came in as a corner, but in their scheme they moved him to safety, and he's doing a good job. Another superstar corner that came out of the draft that they got playing safety. So they kind of won with these top three rookies with Derek Johnson, Ron Edwards, and Quentin Rush. Eagles DN Bobby Kellum playing well for them. You got Joe Maxwell. Now I don't know what position Joe Maxwell played for the Commanders.
Joe Maxwell.
Yeah, he's in the secondary. I think he's safety.
Uh, Defense. Safety, 72 tackles, 47 solos, 4 tackles for loss, 2.5 sacks, 5 interceptions, 4 deflections, a fumble recovery, no touchdowns.
All right. Now you got Andrew Campbell for the Vikings. I think he's a front seven player. I think he might be a DN for this team. Ezekiel Whittaker for the Saints. You got Terrence McCoy, the safety for the Packers, and then Harvey Thompson, who, in my opinion, name should be Ronnie Lott. Ronnie Lott and Harvey Thompson are so comparable. Both of them came into the league playing corners, but are going to could find themselves Hall of Fame players at the safety position. That's the Ronnie Lott path. I think Harvey Thompson is the next one up to do exactly that. And as we talking right now, Drew got my message, and he is playing the Bengals right now, and the Bengals is playing to knock a nigga out of the playoffs.
Uh-oh.
AFC things right now. You got James Devlin for the Texans. YG McDonald, middle linebacker, drafted by the Ravens, traded to the Chiefs right after the draft. You got primetime Deion Sanders the second at number 3 on this list. John Lynch. So starting to see legacy players. All right, you got the Jason and Jimmy Voorhees twins, but Jason is up here for the Bills. Jimmy is redshirting this year. AJ Baker, another player for the Texans on defense. Tommy Jones, the linebacker with 10 sacks. Julius Peppers' son, and Julius Peppers, outside linebacker slash edge rusher, is doing a hell of a job at the defensive end, and in place of Jermaine Johnson II that went to the Tennessee Titans in a before draft trade. Julius Peppers II is playing at a high level to go along with Will McDonald right now. Hugh Bankston, and then Darnell Mayberry, another defensive back, sitting up here when it comes down to defensive rookies of the year in the AFC. All right, best quarterback in the NFC: Trevor Lawrence, Justin Herbert, Brock Purdy, Ray Will, Justin Fields, top 5. Now, with that being said, you continue to look at quarterbacks on this list. At 6, you got a Diaper Danny and Amari Braxton. Drew Raines, we talked about them heavy. Desmond Ritter up here. Another rookie, Dalvin Childs, who I love a lot at the quarterback position. And then second-year player Anthony Knight rounds off your top 10 quarterbacks in the NFC. AFC, looking at Dan Marino Jr. at 1. One of those AFC North teams that don't throw the ball. Lamar Jackson at 2. Bulldog Reynolds, mean face at 3. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, dog, sitting at 4. Josh Allen is back on the map at 5. That's going to be a good game. Might be our pick'em game, Lamar Jackson versus Josh Allen. Patrick Mahomes is at 6. C.J. Stroud, 7. Joe Burrow, 8. Young rookie Scott Messina for the Dolphins at 9. And then Bryce Heath, second-year player for the Broncos. Running backs, Javonte Williams, Devon A-Chain, J.K. Dobbins, Eye Candy, Tajay Spears, Nick Chubb, Dwayne Rice, Anthony Sanders, Chase Brown, and Brandon Murray. 2 running backs for the Raiders. You got my player, Brandon Murray, coming out of the backfield, catching the shit out of the football and doing a good job running the ball, along with the power back, Anthony Sanders. Best wide receivers in the AFC, Reggie Moss, Kai Foe, Garrett Wilson, Johnny Andrews for the Browns, Jamar Chase, Calvin Johnson Jr., Xavier Hutchinson for the Texans, young speedster Andrew Roth, another speedster in Tyquan Thornton, and then another speedster in Trey Tucker. All speed. Size and speed will hurt you all the time. Jackson Smith the Jigba in the building. Pooh Hanna, rest in peace, Cuzzo. Justin Jefferson is back on the map. Gabe Davis is an unlikely receiver to be fourth on this list. Jameson Williams runs under everything. Paris Campbell does a great job as the X Factor for the Cardinals. Amon St. Brown making his name known over there for the Lions. They opening that offense up a little bit. Isaac Cannon, Jordan Addison, and then Puka Nasua for the Rams. O-lineman, Zach Martin. Hold up, I'm sorry. Let's go back to the wide receivers. We did both sides already. I think we did the AFC and NFC. Let's look at the AFC receivers. Also, yep, we did them already. O-line. Andrew Voorhees hasn't given up a sack in 2 seasons. Joe Tippmann at center, probably one of the best centers in the league, if not the best. Nick Montage, number 3 on this list. Joe Thuney for the Chiefs, and then Warren for the Jets. Carter Warren, top 5. NFC offensive linemen are as follows: Zach Martin, Frank Ragnow, Zach Yates, Diaper Danny, a young Diaper Danny, not a Diaper Danny, but young player, Blake Sewell. The Packers are building an O-line over there. Bears, Cody Whitehair, and then Steve Ruiz, Stand up, Camden, New Jersey. Stand the fuck up. D lineman, Micah Parsons, Derek Johnson, Max Crosby, Bobby Kellum, Greg Russell. All types of different style of motherfuckers coming off the edge at D line, right? Greg Russell, second year player, practice squad, turned superstar. Bobby Kellum, diaper dandy. Max Crosby, number one defensive end pretty much in the league. Derek Johnson, a diaper dandy, and Michael Parsons do it all. AFC, you're looking at Tyree Wilson, who's coming into his own. TJ Lindsey in his second year. Quentin Williams, one of the best D tackles in the league, and so is Dexter Lawrence at 4. You got Victor Booth, off the practice squad, outside linebacker that's putting in work. Now he's at DN. And it's starting to look like it makes sense now and why they got rid of Thule. Make it make sense, and it's starting to come together. All right, best linebackers. Outside linebacker, edge rusher Will McDonald. Outside linebacker, Emmitt Smith-Smart. Channing Tindall, middle linebacker. Dolphy Oweh, outside edge rusher. Tommy Jones, outside linebacker for the Dolphins, your top 5. It's cool that the Dolphins linebacker core is hosting 3 out of the top 5 right now. NFC, you're looking at Thule, Yaya Diaby, Robert Bill Jr., Owen Papo, Jordy Brooks, top 5. Don't sleep on them Cardinals. They got 3 in the top 10. Best DBs, Max Kellum at safety, Rush East at safety, Hightower at safety, Ron Edwards at corner, Adabo at corner, your top 5 in the NFC. AFC, you're looking at 7th rounder, Isaiah Palomalo, JT Woods, 2 safeties, Jalen Ramsey, Greg Newsome. Top 5 dead or alive. With that being said, if you tuned in and you still watching right now, hit your name right now in the comment section. Let us know you're still up, actively watching right now. It is 1:46 in the morning, Eastern time. At 1:49, if your name topped in that comment section, trust and believe, we'll take note to it and you'll see something special happen. Make sure you're paying attention. Make sure you're paying attention. Ravens live.
Ravens live.
146 at 149. They got the 149. You got the 149.
Free agents.
You gonna say free agents. You got the 149.
Jags.
Hey, Tion, get your tanking ass out of here. Did he win that game? Cardinals won. Who won that fucking game, man?
How many losses did the Jags have?
Like 20.
Jags got 2 wins, so I don't know.
Nah, they won. I mean, they lost. Cardinals beat them 34-28. They had rock and go.
Packers.
All right. For those that are still up right now, Titans versus Texans, Week 16. Can the Titans go into Houston Texans and get a win here? Because they still can close the gap there. Patriots, Jets, Browns, Steelers. Big time game right now. And I'm going to give you an opportunity to pick this game. Cleveland Browns versus Miami Dolphins. Who y'all got? Eagles, Commanders. Big time game for the division. Giants, Lions, Chargers, Chiefs, Ravens, Bills. Who y'all got?
Just as right now, face with tears of joy.
Hell no. Stop tanking, bro, before I boot you. Stop playing. For real. You better start playing, man. over there acting like you ain't one of the best players in that division. Stop fucking playing, folks, for real. You've been warned. I'm gonna skip the shit out of your first two picks. Niners already played 56-14 over the Colts. Colts, Seahawks, Cowboys, Vikings, Bengals, Packers. Bengals, Packers is live right now. Broncos, Steelers, Cardinals, Rams, Bears, Saints, Raiders, Jags, Bucks. Yeah, right here. This the game. Tanking, you need build over here. Go win this ball game so you can motherfucker beat a playoff team and get your upgrades. Stop fucking tanking all your life. Shotguns in junkyard.
Oh shit.
Browns Dolphins is a pick'em game. But I'm gonna do something special. I'm not gonna force y'all to have to make these picks all in the chat right now. But if you do, put your picks in the chat and hit the like button along with typing your name in the comment section that you're still watching. It's gonna be a gift. Browns Dolphins, Bills, Ravens are the pick'em games. Who y'all got? I think both games is hard picks too right now. Ravens. We picking. Hold on, let's go Ravens. We picking. Dolphins. Do I go Browns?
Browns, Ravens, North.
I think I'm going Browns. And this ain't it's only two games, so you got to get both the teams. Damn, do I go Dolphins, Ravens? I think the Browns can win this game. They've been playing hot. I don't want to disrespect them this time, but every time I pick him, he loses. Just like picking hitter.
It just got a casualty. Damn, we just got a straight one. AFC North sweep does sound nice, but give me the Dolphins. Me too. And I bet on Rob. He usually fuck around. So no hard feelings, Robbie. Just betting odds, man. You got to play in Miami, big dog.
Make sure I hit that like button. Screenshot that. Remind me that we got to give the guys that wasn't up tonight a chance to at the pick'ems.
I'll go to it in the morning with the show. I'm gonna just tell them to watch the show though. I ain't about to tell them just to pick him at the end. Niggas just gonna swing wide.
Is Reggie Moss the best rookie in the league this year, offensively? I think it's Dan Marino Jr.
Yeah, I was about to say, I'll say the quarterback.
Or Bulldog Reynolds. Browns travel to Miami. It's going to be raining. And the Ravens travel to Buffalo. It's going to be cold as fuck. The class of 2018 quarterbacks, Josh Allen versus Lamar Jackson.
Team yellow as hell, dog.
I pick my teams, I pick my games, I put my name in the comment section. I get gifts too. Just because I'm the commissioner don't mean I can't get a gift. I ain't allowed to buy a package so I can get gifts. The fuck. With that being said, we out of here. How about this one? Can the Lions hang 70 on their Giants? I doubt it. My boy Howard ain't hearing that shit. You hung 80 on somebody, he ain't doing it again. But is that quarterback Ray Will for real? Mr. Ray Will for real. I like him. Start giving some of these players some nicknames out here, man. With that being said, good morning, fellas. See y'all a little later on in the day. We're out there.